Hello, occasionally, it's Design FM. Yes, today is something like no-code tools on generative AI.
Here.
Well, various experiments.
Playing like a dad
Thank you for watching.
ended and introduced things, like that.
Alright.
If I casually talk about what I felt while messing with this,
I think we can go
Such
on
as-
talking.
Hoi.
Really?
That's what Rokao-san has been thinking lately, right?
Well, it's not that much.
it's not a big deal.
Look.
Yes.
It makes an incredibly rich sound, doesn't it?
Coding tools and the like.
Hoi.
Because various things are coming
Hey,
out.
Papa.
You're missing out just because you don't know.
Things like that are
I was
overwhelming.
thinking it's increasing.
Congratulations. In that way.
The TML I introduced
see.
the other day.
Well, that's it.
Look back.
Oh, well then.
ending.
Snow AI and all 12. Also advertised something like an AI that translates my voice into English or other languages.
Final party.
Then, about the use of ChatGPT that I talked with Shami-san and others before.
Yes.
There are
Just
various things,
knowing
aren't there?
such a tool, yes, like that. So they design a workflow, the workflow I've done so far.
Somehow it changes completely.
I think it's coming out a lot.
Actually, Mr. Rokas will.
That's
Well, first off, we've got the workflow without ChatGPT to the point where we can't think of
Oh.
anything else.
It's pretty good then. It's already included, isn't it?
Yeah. For instance, creating dummy text or something.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Or organizing your own thoughts. I'll be able to classify the things I've just randomly listed soon. I am using it for English learning, just like Nisha Misha.
Yes.
Just a bit. Although it deviated from the design workflow just now.
Then the workflow changes
One
dramatically.
thing I think is that there seems to be more
Moderation.
changes. Well, in a different point.
Recently, that MVP's...
I saw an article like Inset.
MKPIP.
The poem called MVP. Well, the so-called dead.
Dogs.
Well, it's a title like the end of UX.
Words are
That's what it is, speaking strongly in the title, right? Well, that's in English too.
Yes.
It's an article written in English, but basically, rather than focusing on creating the MVP, it's about that waiting list. I made a NLP that summarizes my ideas just by posting on social media and seeing how much demand there is.
Somehow maintain
It's
that
incredibly
MVP.
valuable to know quickly and easily whether or not there's value.
I don't think we need
The
VOAP.
sound is written, isn't it?
Hurry.
Well, I suppose so.
Where you can do both.
I also thought that way.
What do you think?
No,
Well,
I was surprised.
The
Well, I
start
thought, why
title
not
and
do
the
Perhaps the completeness of the MVP
I
is
think it depends on how long it is.
Yes. Yeah.
how should I put it?
Cat making MVP in 3
If
months.
it takes about 4 months, that's just...
There's also a point to be questioned if it's FMVP,
but no-
but rather than its completion, it's more about the completion.
Stretch a chair for
There's a
two.
way to understand it. Well, it's summarized. It was a way to
Thank
convey
you
it.
for
Quite a
I
bit.
was thinking it might be an article.
Somehow,
It's a bit detailed, but like before, it's okay to do both, isn't it? Well, so far, so good. the workflow I thought was right from various viewpoints.
Feedback.
And with the constant updates, I think it might be time to reconsider a bit.
I see.
Well, that's it. Well, reviewing it is a great thing, but it's more than I currently think. There seems to be a huge difference in productivity and efficiency in the end. Design orientation or the traditional way of creating things. I think it's going to be repainted like this.
Cat.
I think it's actually already here at a pretty early stage. Maybe we just don't know it yet.
Ending by Hajime Shashu.
It seems like you can cut it off completely.
That's right.
It would be scary if you couldn't catch up with that, wouldn't
Store
it?
manager. Laughter.
I was like, scary.
By the way, Arakawa-san is a bit different now, isn't he? Has it changed, isn't it? The floor itself? There's quite a difference before and after starting to use ChatGPT and AD, right? Designing...
The difference before and after is,
Hajime Shahu ending.
First of all, well, more like design. Until the release of LPs, HM emails and other productions about that flow. Somehow, compared to 4 or 5 years ago, we don't need to ask front-end engineers anymore. That's obvious. For instance, even when creating a running page, it's becoming more common to create it with no-code tools. Yeah, something like HTML. If you use the tool I introduced earlier, you don't need an engineer or anything. There are no engineers until the public release of such things.
it seems like more things are getting done in a state.
So when I look back, it's quite dramatic.
Indeed.
Okay.
That's a big difference, isn't it? Easy to understand.
That's right, isn't it?
I don't usually write code to this extent. From a designer's point of view, I'll bring it up by myself. So I can handle it on my own.
Yes.
Because my range is wide.
It expands the range of what you can do.
That's right, isn't it? Well, something like that. I attached to learn and create these no-code tools I didn't know about. And the learning cost was so high that I thought it was tough.
Hang in there.
Slowly.
I feel like it's big there, everyone.
Right, yeah.
Like stepping on one's own foot or in a place you don't know.
No, that's right. New tools are coming out. Even if you know it will become efficient, I guess there are reasons like not having time to learn or being stressed. So I can't introduce it for a while.
I tried the introduction. It was great because I didn't have to get caught in it alone.
It's really happening as expected.
Thank you for watching.
Well, this is now...
I think it's a big change, but I wonder if it's still small.
Well, AI is pretty amazing, isn't it?
Kinda amazing, isn't it? I guess things will settle down as such changes come along. The way of doing things are going to change, right? The way of development has changed. Not about the MVP earlier, but what has been happening so far.
Rather than the workflow of design thinking.
Just create it for now and put it out.
It might happen in
If you're okay with that, then adjust because organizations can be created. The organizational structure will change. Somehow, All of this started from what we have done so far.
No code tool, like an AI generation
because
tool.
AI tools and such are standard. So just knowing that, I've been feeling like we're in a time of great change lately.
You know what I just realized? While listening to the current discussion, we are front engine now. Even if you don't get caught, you can overcome it.
Thank you for
if
watching.
you probably chop it, you can publish it without getting a designer involved, or it's already happening.
That's right. Maybe that's happening as well.
That's right.
I wonder if these requests have stopped coming in, like banners and such.
I totally think so.
Like it's about the MVP. I guess it depends on what you're looking for.
Oh, yes. So, like, when I think about it, so when I suddenly asked how you've been doing so far, you said you were doing everything on your own with a Canva, for instance.
Yes, it
You
seems
know, I want to take a closer look at that canvas.
Well, that's why it's like that. So, of course, I don't know in that place.
Designer cost might also have been reduced.
No, I think it's definitely there.
That's true, isn't it? So, that's already a little bit...
Really? The way to do it also changes according to that. Well, when I think about it, maybe everything in the organization and the world is changing. In that peak wave, I'm scared I might miss the ride. Do you shiver every day? Do you spend your nights?
That's the story. I'm scared.
It's about that.
I'm scared. I'm shivering every day.
Indeed.
Good job, Yoshio. That's right, isn't it? Oh, yeah, not scared.
Such a...
Oh, no way.
Scary.
It's scary, isn't it?
Scary? I wonder if it's scary. What do you think? I wonder.
I guess it depends on where you stand. I think we may have discussed this before.
Supposed to go home?
Well, you know, it's a difference between whether you're on the stealing side or the stolen
let's
side.
do it quickly.
So, introduce this. If you're on the position to increase productivity, you should implement more and more.
Yes.
I think it's like we're all in this together, you know? Well, from the defender's perspective, it's obviously a badge coin.
I'm sorry.
No, so we have to think about countermeasures, of course, and more. What should I learn new? Something like that.
I think it will be in such a situation.
Sure.
That's right.
Well, I wanted to introduce it more and more. I just thought.
Yes, that's
Of
right.
course.
Well, I wonder, no matter where I stand in the end, I like new services. So it's like, bring it on kind of feeling. But what I want to say is, oh, well, what could it be? Rather than being scary or not, it's more about the workflow. You have a converter, right? But I didn't know that.
If that's the case, you'll be told you're late.
I wonder if it's happening.
Nah. Chant and Kurt.
I kind of have a strong feeling that I want to jump.
Yes.
No, but isn't that the case?
I don't understand how to catch up, so I guess every month, every week, there's new AI news and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to go. It's not like the representative of OpenAI appears out of nowhere. It seems like it was resurrected somehow. Wondering what happened in these last 5 days.
That's a bit of skewed news. That's right.
Some funny news, isn't it?
But, well, because it's moving at that incredible speed, I guess...
Do you know the tool? Even if I know the name, There are probably many tools like the one I've never touched and don't know its power. Just introducing it can make a big difference, but you don't know that yet.
I think it's now...
Good night.
I want to know. Well, it's a bit repetitive. There's no definite answer to how you can find out, but maybe you just have to try. Sometimes I think this could be a design theme. Exactly.
But when you think about it, what were we doing in the past? These kind of changes always happen. To some extent, don't they?
It was kind of slow, wasn't it?
If you think so.
The speed was somewhat
it's
slow.
It's a bit more relaxed.
Yes. As far as I know, Illustrate...
I was making apps with workflows, but then Sketch came out, then InVision, and then Zeppelin and such.
Using tools like this.
Designing UI is like trendy, right? That's the vibe with Figma coming out and all. It's a revolution of that sort. I thought it was quite a quick change, about 2 to 3 years.
I think I saw some bread.
Thought I'd mastered learning and then Figma shows up. Something like that. I feel that now I'm in a state where something new has come out while I'm still learning.
See
like
you
what?
Later.
Kinda.
So if you look at it that way, riding the wave at this speed is quite something.
No,
honestly.
Really? I wonder how can I take a photo.
Thank you for watching until the end.
Well,
you know?
I guess so.
Thank you for watching.
Paradoxically, various things are being born right now, aren't they? Isn't it not born yet? I don't think I've said anything about how to incorporate it or anything. There's also a theory that it's okay not to rush that much.
I thought so at first too, but what scares me is I've been wondering if the situation where there's no definitive answer to this flow will continue forever. Like the bubbles in this bistro already. That's
There's
right.
no time to calm down.
That's right. I think that's the correct answer.
Echo.
So this famous company adopts such a design flow. Even if an article comes out and we think about adopting it, if we try to introduce it for about 3 to 6 months, it's already pretty old-fashioned.
Wow, it's crazy.
And with resources.
Over there, I'm already...
No, the lowered floor is disappearing.
Maybe it could be.
Video night.
That's what I'm saying. Each of these tools is swinging a lot of power because we will change the manufacturing method and organizational structure after all. Of course, I don't know how to catch up now, but I'm going to grope for it. Is it that kind of time? The story is, I think so.
It was, yes, wonderful. It's important to have it close at hand. Now, anyway.
Oh, what now?
Did you say it's important? Do you mean it's important to be aware of such a flow and incorporate it in your daily life?
Yeah, that's right. So if you touch it without thinking...
Or rather, sometimes the design effect is really good. Without thinking about anything. Composing a theme song or something. I'm sorry first from the Yakubira outfit.
I think it will be like
wonderful, not on the spot though. So sometimes I think design films will continue to be interesting as an experimental field for AR and such. If there's a good tool like this, I'd like to introduce it.
It's a lab.
Oh, no.
Sometimes design lab.
Nice.
Isn't it?
Try it.
Listeners, if you have any recommendations, please let me know.